when I look at Gen Z and I hear they are the most conservative generation in like 100 years, I laugh. Why do I laugh at this? And I kind of bought into this narrative because I was listening to highly intelligent people. But, I have a couple Gen Zers myself. And, you know, they are behind a screen a lot. They really are. Um, things are different now. You go to the playgrounds, there's nobody at the playgrounds anymore. Um, like toys, they're probably going to stop producing toys because video games have taken over. Um, some people will say, "Oh, your kids are behind the video game too much." Well, that is true, but are they getting into trouble? Are they out doing drugs? Are they out having sex? I mean, my kids are good kids. My kids are staying out of trouble. And I teach them things, right? And I tell them about reality and I tell them about respect. And I think, my kids are, they even see it right now where they feel like more mature than kids their own age. I say, when I say I feel like a 90-year-old man in society, it's true, maturity wise. When I see these Gen Zers, they're not being taught as a whole. They're not being taught respect. I seen it from a person I had a relationship with, and seeing her. I really can't say nothing because my kids were playing video games when they're like 4 or 5. So, I mean, I played video games when I was 5. But seeing little kids like that are 2 on the cell phones and stuff like that, and that's cool. They can watch their shows and all that, but the problem is parents aren't teaching them anything. They're just giving them a screen, and they're not teaching them morals and respect and values or anything like that. And for people to think that, oh, the next generation is going to get better, it's not. Look, with all this COVID stuff and how we've isolated everybody, that's going to mess them up socially. And putting all this debt onto them, and they're gonna look back. They're gonna be like, why am I paying 50, 60, 70% taxes? Oh, oh because my parents and the generation before me, the millennials, decided to put a bunch of debt on my back. But they're not being taught respect. If you want to see disrespect, there's this kid. He's a high school football player. He's at a football camp, and Cam Newton's there. And you know, if it was me when I was a kid, and you got somebody like Cam Newton, an NFL quarterback who was an MVP, who was in the Super Bowl, who is a big name, won a Heisman Trophy, and you want to disrespect him by saying, "Oh, whose team are you?" Like, you know what I mean? There's no respect for the elders at all. There's just no respect, and people who think that the next generation is going to be better are sadly mistaken. If you think that if you're a 40-year-old man or 50-year-old man or 30-year-old man, and you're like, okay, the next, these millennial girls are complete trash. These Gen Z girls that come up, that become of age, become adults, it's going to be worse in the dating market. Are you kidding me? You think it's going to get better? You think they're just going to have these values? Where are they going to be taught these values? All they see is Cardi B and Kim Kardashian lives some kind of lavish lifestyle, which is not normal at all. You know when you have there's a lot there's it's like a lot of these females, it doesn't even really matter what age they are, right? I've heard 40-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 20, they identify with that WAP song, you know? That's what they identify with. And it's like almost like they're a national anthem. They sing along, they rap used to be demonized for degrading women. Well, that's what they do, and women degrade themselves. They twerk to it. They have no respect for themselves. And if you think that's going to get any better with the next generation, you're on a different planet. It's going to get worse. It's going to get a lot worse. Like I don't believe in relationships no more. I don't think that you can sustain a relationship in this society. I really don't. People are just too replaceable. We live in a materialistic society. We live in a throwaway society. You could just, somebody's doing something I don't like. Oh, they're, things are getting a little bit boring. Instead of trying to fix their problems, instead of trying to fix their relationship, look on dating sites. Just go on there as a man and see how it is. Just go on there. If you're a female, just make a profile and go on there. And you can see all the single women on there who are, most of them are moms. The vast majority are single moms. What does that say? What does that say? Is it all the guys' fault that they're single? There's always been this stigma that guys are the horrible, which I think yes, there's been very weak leadership in the past. But who's responsible for all the single moms now? If you're a good guy, you work, you're your average Joe, you're looked at like trash. When in the 50s or something like that, you would have been looked at like gold because women just don't need us no more. Just don't. In any type of way. That's why, I don't, I hear, go for excellence and better yourself, do the work. For what? For what? So I guess some entitled woman who I can maybe be in a relationship with, who doesn't appreciate me, who I gotta sit here and be on my A game all the time because she's gonna get bored? No. No. I'm working my butt off and she's not doing nothing. And what does she bring? Oh, she's beautiful. Okay. Whatever. That's the only thing she brings to the table. That wears off. But the only thing that'll change this, is pain and suffering. We're going to need a war, a giant war. We're going to need or some severe economic struggle. Severe economic struggle so women, I don't need no man for nothing. They're living on their own. They're a soft target. They're a soft target for our ultra predator. They're a soft target for somebody who wants to take their resources. A single mom that's got kids is a complete soft target for somebody that wants to go in there and take their food and water or whatever they want to take from them. You don't have no man, you don't have no security. If social structures break down, they are the soft targets. That's when you're trying to survive. People don't understand this. People, because we live in such a civilized society because we have trust in our institutions. When our institutions fail, watch what the animalistic part of us comes out. They used to quarter people. They used to take. They used to have slaves. They used to take people, tie their wrists and their legs up to 4 different horses and pull them apart. They used to do some despicable things to people back then. I mean, the way that they executed people was horrendous. Like they used to like torture the people, you know, and yeah, when when Vikings or whoever raided um, towns or little cities, they would rape and pillage, and some of them would kill every single thing, every animal, every child, every woman, every man in the whole dang city, and take what they had, take their resources. And if you think that we're so far off from these people, we're not. Wait till something bad happens, and then you'll see changes in females. Then you'll see when they feel that their security is being um, um, ripped apart and they don't trust it no more. Watch who they crawl back to. They're living in some kind of a fantasy bubble. It's gonna get worse. It's not gonna get better. You know, and it's there's not really any point to date, and it sucks. It really does. It's just there's just it's just no point because women almost don't respect, they don't appreciate romance, right? They don't appreciate a man wooing her. They almost look at it like it's creepy. And women talk about, well, there's no more chivalry. Well, why is that? Because you guys allow you guys allow men as a whole to treat you like trash. It is what it is. Why don't you look in the mirror? No, you want to blame men. That's the thing. It's always the men's fault. Always the man's fault. Women are always the victim. Believe women always. Like, no. Women are some of the most manipulative, vindictive people on this planet. Women are probably the most manipulative people on this planet.